Mention one way by which oxygen is released in the atmosphere, and that is by the process of photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, plants release oxygen to the atmosphere. Name two biological important compounds in which nitrogen is present, and those are alkaloids and urea. This is on page 197. Alkaloids and urea, they contain nitrogen. Which group of plants has nitrogen fixing bacteria? And these are the legumes. These are plants that generally give us pulses. They are dicots. So they are called the leguminous plants, which have the nitrogen fixing bacteria in their root nodules. Name the winds that bring rain in India, and the winds that bring rain in India are the south, west monsoons, or the northeast monsoons wind. This again is on page 192. The southwest monsoons and the northeast monsoons, they are the winds that bring rain to India. What are the two ways in which carbon dioxide is returned to the atmosphere? Carbon dioxide goes back to the atmosphere, and there are two ways. One is respiration, where we breathe out carbon dioxide, and combustion of fossil fuels. They release carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. Which gas is a major component of atmosphere of Venus and Mars? And that is carbon dioxide. 95% to 97% of the atmosphere has carbon dioxide. What are the constituents of soil? So we'll just put down the constituents of soil. One is small particles of rock, parent rock. Then it has got decayed material, which is humus, obtained from the decay or waste of plants and animals, and microscopic life like earthworms, bacteria. Earthworms, of course, are not microscopic. Earthworms, bacteria, this make up the soil. Give reasons. Lichens do not grow in Delhi, whereas they commonly grow in Manali, because Delhi is polluted, the air in Delhi is polluted, and lichens are very sensitive to pollution. Lichens are sensitive, highly sensitive to pollution, to polluted air. So they do not grow in Manali. They do not grow in Delhi, but in Manali, air is not polluted. So you'll find lichens growing there. Why is circulation of water necessary in the environment? And this is because water is very essential. The first point you can write here is all cellular processes take place in the water medium. This is a continuation. All the reactions that take place within the body and within the cells occur between substances that are dissolved in water. The second point is the substances are also transported from one part of the body to another in a dissolved form. Hence, water is essential. So, water should keep circulating within the system. What is the ozone hole? Here you can see the absence of ozone in the atmosphere is called the ozone hole. So, the absence of ozone in the atmosphere in certain regions, especially over the Antarctica, over the poles, is called the ozone hole. Here is ozone hole. They are just showing here how it is growing larger by the years. How is ozone layer useful to us? It performs an essential function where it is found. Number one here, point here, this is the only one. It absorbs the harmful radiation from the sun. This prevents those harmful radiations from reaching the surface of the earth, where they may damage many forms of life. And remember, these ultraviolet light causes diseases like skin cancer, eye disorders. So the ozone prevents the entry of this UV light, the ultraviolet light, into the Earth's atmosphere. Write the names of two biologically important compounds that contain nitrogen and oxygen, and those are proteins and nucleic acid. The nucleic acid, like the RNA and the DNA, they contain both nitrogen and oxygen. Name two greenhouse gases. One is carbon dioxide and CH4 is methane. They are the greenhouse gases. Here, what is smog? The combustion of fossil fuels increases the amount of suspended particles in the air. These suspended particles would be unburned carbon particles or substances called hydrocarbons. The presence of the high levels of these pollutants cause visibility to be lowered, especially in cold weather where water condenses out of the air. This is known as smog. So basically, smog is due to the burning of fossil fuels. You get these unburnt carbon, and these water droplets condense around this unburnt carbon. So you have this unburnt carbon, and these water droplets condense around them to give smog. In which region soil erosion is difficult? In those regions which have got a green cover, they have vegetative cover, like maybe forest or fields, or there is grass. In that region, the soil erosion is difficult because the roots, they hold the soil.